incarcerated individuals' use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.
Good evening, folks, and welcome everyone to another exciting Friday night edition of the Grand Jury. It's a game show style, folks. Lights, camera, reasonable person standards, and action. I'm your co-host and your bailiff, Big Ron. Bringing the energy and now the moment we've all been waiting for, let's meet our distinguished guests for tonight's episodes, the 5 volunteers that we've bravely stepped up to serve on our mock jury. Our first guest tonight is going to be Frank. Frank, welcome to the show and tell us about yourself.
Thanks, Ron. Tell you about myself. All right. Well, I hang around in spaces a bit, and we have a show, Frank and Joe Show, which is the Joe Lanou. And I'm a veteran, Vietnam veteran. I'm 78 years old, and that's all. I'm retired. Been retired for a long time and enjoying life, Ron. And that about covers it, buddy.
That's awesome. And just like you, Frank, I am myself a veteran. So again, thank you, brother. I appreciate everything you did in Vietnam. Let's bring up our next guest. Our next guest is going to be Brig. Brig, welcome to the show and tell us about yourself.
My name is Brig. Born and raised in Utah and Montana. Work all over this country on data centers and SpaceX buildings and automation, both heavy construction and automation, and doing some automation design, and that's about it. 48 years old.
I'm right there with you. And our next guest tonight that we've had to scour the internet for is going to be Coach Van. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. And thank you for your service, you and everyone here on the panel who has served before. I appreciate y'all. Y'all crazier than me. I wouldn't do it. But thank you.
That was our pleasure. And let's bring Joe to the stage. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm a wife, mom, Gigi, patriot, love my country. Family and God, family, country, in that order.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. And last but not least, John, welcome and thanks for coming.
Thank you. And I plead the fifth for 500, Big Ron.
Very well. Plead the fifth for 500 is yours. All right, everybody. With that said, let's give them a big round of applause in the chat. Folks, these are real people from the X community, ready to watch real-world body cam and dash cam footage, hear the context, and vote. Reasonable or unreasonable, that's our standards. We'll go case by case, play the video, discuss the key moments, and then poll the jury one by one, starting with guest 1 all the way down the line. Joe will guide you through the evidence, break down the law, and keep things moving. And like any other good courtroom drama, we start with the classic intro. All rise. The Honorable Mock Grand Jury is now in session. The bailiff, myself, will now swear you in to a panel of 5 everyday heroes from X. Do you solemnly swear to judge these police use of force videos based solely on facts, the footage, and what a reasonable officer would do under these circumstances, without bias, without hindsight, and with the spirit of Graham versus Connor in mind? Say I do if you're ready to deliberate.
I do.
I do.
Outstanding. All right. Joe, the chat is flowing. The cigar is lit. The bourbon is cold. The videos are loaded. The clock is ready. The floor is yours, my man. Take it away and let's get this grand jury rolling.
Well, folks, it's Friday night, and of course it is time for the grand jury. Great intro there, Big Ron. We've got another introduction to do. You know, you can't have a grand jury without a good expert witness, and that's Jason, a retired 30-year veteran of law enforcement, Minnesota law enforcement at that. He's also the developer of the 3D response system, 3D response school safety system, which is designed to keep children and staff safe in the horrible event that we have a school shooting. Here we go. We got him on stage. But Jason, welcome to the show. He's been with us since the very beginning, folks. He is our in-house expert witness. Jason, tell folks a little bit more about yourself.
Just retired last June after I kind of done it all career. everything from narcotics to school cop to sergeant, lieutenant investigations. Happy to be retired, especially in this day and age right now, and just focused on 3D response and keeping our kids safe. Got 3 contracts going on right now, and been spending most of my day on helping those folks out.
Very good, folks. And we'll touch on what the 3D response system is for those that don't know what it is. We'll touch on it towards the end of the show. It's enlightening, actually. But let's get on with it. Folks, we've asked you to volunteer for a mock grand jury. And a grand jury, unlike a trial jury, many of us have seen trial juries on television and how it's depicted in the media. A trial jury has 12 jurors, and they must have a unanimous decision to be convinced of someone's innocence or guilt. In a grand jury, we're not going to ask you for your innocence or guilt. In a grand jury, only needs to be convinced that more likely than not, an act was justified or not. For all the cases tonight, we'll consider the use of deadly force. Actually, we will have a case tonight that will be less than deadly, but you'll still use the same parameters to make the judgment on that. But deadly force. And deadly force is only justified when a reasonable person would believe, given the same information available at the time, that the deadly force was necessary in self-defense or in defense of a third person or another person. Graham versus O'Connor, circa 1989, said a police officer's use of deadly force should be viewed with deference, given for a swiftly evolving situation and without the benefit of hindsight. These are 2 important things that you want to keep in mind tonight. Have to give a little bit of deference for things happening quickly, and the officer had to make the judgment, or the actor in this case would have to make the judgment without the benefit of hindsight, which is something we all enjoy tonight. A jury may have one of 2 findings tonight. The force was reasonable or unreasonable. It's just quite that simple. We're not looking for facts of law. We're not looking for police procedures. We're just saying, was it reasonable that the force that you observed, was it reasonable or unreasonable? If it's reasonable, you know how to vote. If it's unreasonable, it tells you which way to vote. The rules of the game for the night: 3 out of 5 votes wins the day with a majority decision. And the best part we enjoy is you have 10 minutes per case to decide. We're going to put you on the clock for that. Do we have any questions, any points that anyone wants to raise before we get to our first case?
If we want to go back and re-see videos, that's within that 10-minute time frame?
No, sir. We won't start the 10 minutes until deliberations actually start. The format that we'll run is you'll see the first video, or you'll see the first video of the case. You'll see it through. Then I'll ask you questions. Then we'll go back to key moments in the video that you may want to see again and review again. Once we get through that process, we'll put the clock up, and you won't be able to miss it. Give a demonstration of the clock, Big Ron. You won't be able to miss it. It'll be right there in your face. You'll see the countdown. Okay, going once, going twice. Big Ron, present the first case.
On Saturday, January 31st, 2026, at approximately 10 p.m., the Colorado Springs Police Department received a call for service about an ongoing disturbance between 2 individuals, possibly involving a rifle. When officers arrived on scene, they attempted to contact a female who matched the description of one of the individuals involved in the disturbance. She was not armed with a rifle, as the initial 911 call stated, but was carrying a large knife. The female ran from officers as they attempted to contact her. Officers commanded her to stop running, but she refused. She then dropped the knife as officers pursued her on foot. The female continued running from officers and then entered the front driver's side seat of a marked CSP cruiser and attempted to drive away. Officers commanded the female to exit the vehicle and began trying to physically remove her from the driver's seat.
Put your hands up, you're gonna get tased! Do it now! Oh, hell no! Get out of the police car! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now! No. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! No! Guys, grab her! Whoa!
Shot fired! Shot fired! Hey! Hey!
Here is BWC from the officer on the passenger side of the vehicle.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Just get your gun! Shots fired! Shots fired! 7, shots fired! Hey.
The female suspect involved in this incident was transported to an area hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. She has since been released from the hospital and was booked into the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center. She has been charged with felony menacing.
Okay, folks, there was your first case. Give me a second. We're going to have an issue here. Actually, I had technical issues. You guys have me now? How's my audio?
You're good to go.
All right, sorry. We lost all of our cases. Give me a second. I have to bring them back up. I had to actually leave the studio and come back. But either way, this was your first case. We saw a police respond to a disturbance. The disturbance gets out of hand. Woman's got a knife. You see that she goes to get into the police car. And after some struggle there, she is shot by an officer on the other side. Now, he claims that she was going for a gun, or he saw a gun that she was going for, and this is how that resulted. Is there any portion of this video we'd like to see again?
Are we doing bill or true bill or no bill on her, on the perp? Or
everything you'll see tonight will be law enforcement actions. You're reviewing the law enforcement use of force. Okay, how about we'll just go back.
Were you having issues with the video playing on your end, or was that just on my end? Because I missed a good chunk of the video.
Let's try it again. I don't know what my issue was. It disconnected my my devices, and when I leave the studio and come back, it drops everything, and I had to leave the studio and come back. So let's watch it again. Not a long video.
On Saturday, January 31st, 2026, at approximately 10 p.m., the Colorado Springs Police Department received a call for service about an ongoing disturbance between two individuals, possibly involving a rifle. When officers arrived on scene, they attempted to contact a female who matched the description of one of the individuals involved in the disturbance. She was not armed with a rifle, as the initial 911 call stated, but was carrying a large knife. The female ran from officers as they attempted to contact her. Officers commanded her to stop running, but she refused. She then dropped the knife as officers pursued her on foot. The female continued running from officers and then entered the front driver's side seat of a marked CSP cruiser and attempted to drive away. Officers commanded the female to exit the vehicle and began trying to physically remove her from the driver's seat.
Put your hands up here to get tased! Do it now! Oh, hell no! Get out of the police car! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now! No. Get out of the car!
Get out of the car!
No! Guys, grab her! Whoa!
Shots fired! Shots fired! Hey! Hey!
Here is BWC from the officer on the passenger side of the vehicle.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Just get your gun! Shots fired! Shots fired! 7, shots fired! Hey.
The female suspect involved in this incident was transported to an area hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. She has since been released from the hospital and was booked into the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center. She has been charged with felony menacing.
Were you able to see that, John?
Yeah, that came in great. Thanks.
That's all right. I think that could possibly have been on my end. I'm not sure what was going on there, but let's get everybody back rearranged. Okay. Was that a better view for everyone? Did everyone get a better shot at the video this time?
Yeah, it didn't glitch this time.
Any parts of the video we'd like to see again? With that, Big Ron, let's put up a clock. Here's where we deliberate. Okay, I'm going to come to you first, Brig. And guys, I'm going to come to each and every one of you. Just give me a quick synopsis on what your gut feeling is from the initial view of this. So, Brig, what's your initial feelings on this one?
It was really hard to see with how shaky the video was if she was reaching for a firearm inside the cruiser or if she was reaching for one on her own side. I'm assuming she was reaching for a firearm that was inside the vehicle. Is that correct?
We hear that she's reaching for a gun. So I would imagine it would have been a gun inside of the passenger compartment of the vehicle.
My gut feeling, just looking at that video, I'm going to say no bill.
Okay. We'll go with that. Frank, what do you think? What's your initial?
Well, it was really hard to see with the reflection off of the glass with his flashlight, but he did say gun. Then he fired. So I have to take the cop side that he did see a gun. So I'm going to have to say no bill.
So you believe it's reasonable under the circumstance there? If he
yes.
said it was a gun, I mean, obviously, he believed there to be one.
Absolutely. I believe that there probably was a gun. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Coach Van. Coach Van, what do you think? Are you with us, Coach Van? How about John? What do you think, sir?
I was muted. Sorry about that. I was muted. My bad.
Go ahead, Coach Van.
I said I didn't see no gun. So, I mean, she was crazy, and clearly drugs are bad, but I didn't see a gun. I heard him yell gun, but I didn't see a gun. So, yeah, I can't say that deserved to be she deserved to be shot.
Okay. John, what's your initial?
Well, considering that she jumped in the police cruiser, I don't know if it's typical protocol to have other secondary weapons, firearms in cruisers, but I mean, just being in the car alone, the vehicle being a weapon itself, I would say it's pretty clear that it was reasonable. So I would say no bill.
Okay. Miss Joe, what do you think?
I was also thinking it was reasonable because I was wondering if there would be weapons, secondary weapons in the police car as well. So, yeah, no bill.
Okay. And let's remember what our standard is. Standard is would the person who pulled the trigger, in this case would be the police officer on the outside. Is it reasonable to believe that that person had a fear for their safety or life or a third person's life? And that's what you're looking for. If he said he was fearful because there was a shotgun in the car, is that reasonable that he used deadly force?
It's reasonable. I think they even mentioned that she may have had a gun in the initial call, right, to 911.
I did say that the initial call came in with a rifle, but when officers arrived, they did not find anyone armed with a rifle. She was armed with a knife, but she had thrown the knife to the ground prior to getting into the police cruiser.
I'm still leaning reasonable.
Okay. Coach, did anybody give you pause for thought, or are you still standing on where you started?
I mean, I'm with y'all as far as them having a reason for fearing for their life. I mean, she was crazy. She had a knife, and they do keep shotguns inside of their vehicles, inside of their cruisers anyway. So the possibility of her being close to one, absolutely. But I didn't see one, so yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm asking, so you would have to see one before you would be to the level of more likely than not.
I mean, we had two different sides of the camera. I mean, we should have been able to see something. We saw him yell gun, shot 3 times through the window, and that was that. But I guess we gotta, be on the side of the blue. So, but yeah, I would like to see it. But
well, no, hang on. It's not about being on the side of the blue. I'm just asking you from what you see there. I just ask, is that your comfort level that if you don't see it on the camera, then you can't take the officer's word for it at the time when he says that he saw a gun, that he believed he saw a gun?
Nah, I can't take the officer's word for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Does anybody else have anything they want to add to this before we go to a vote? I think we're ready to vote on this one.
I think you're right, Joe.
I think that Coach has a good point there, and I couldn't see a gun. The reflection on the side that the shots were fired from was too hard to see through. But if she even laid her hand on a firearm, then the way I've been trained is that's when you start thinking or fearing for your life right then and there. And I kind of think that he has a good point. The concern that I would have is she's already known to be armed with a knife. She's in a police officer's vehicle that has at least one or more auxiliary weapons in it. And yeah, I think that it was a justified.
Now, it was very clear that she had dropped the knife to the ground prior to getting into the car. So the officers knew she wasn't armed with a knife.
I didn't catch that.
That was in the initial briefing there, that she had discarded the knife on the ground prior to getting into the vehicle. Does that change your opinion any?
Typically, the way I would look at that is if the firearm was in her hand and pointed at an officer, then that's for sure fear for life. But I just think that this was a situation where those officers probably did have reasonable concern for their safety.
Okay, let's go for a vote. I'm going to go to you first, Frank. Frank, was this force reasonable or unreasonable? What's your vote? We'll go to John first. John, was the officer's use of force reasonable or unreasonable?
I would say reasonable.
There's one for reasonable. Joe, Miss Joe, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
There's two for reasonable. Coach Van, reasonable or unreasonable?
Unreasonable.
There's one against it. 1, 2. Frank, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had my mic off.
Reasonable.
Reasonable. Yes.
There's 3 for reasonable. Brig, what's your vote? Reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
The verdict on that one will be reasonable. But we had some dissension in there. I like it. Like to hear it. Jason, you want to pitch in on this one?
Yeah, every squad car I've ever seen has an AR-15 or a shotgun and or both in the squad car. Somebody mentioned, do you lock your car? Well, sometimes things happen so fast you don't have time to barely take your seatbelt off to get to where you need to be. Take the gun out of it. She's trying to steal a squad car, and you got to look at if she gets out of there now, you have a public safety issue. The cops know there's guns in there. If there is guns in there, the fact of seeing it or not, I don't think really matters. The fact that she's trying to steal a squad car, and quite frankly, that female officer needs to transition from less lethal to lethal a lot sooner. I don't think she ever did. The other question I have, Joe, did she fire the taser? I thought I heard a taser go off as she's approaching the car. Did she fire it early?
No, she called for the taser, but I don't think the taser was ever actually deployed.
Okay. Anyway, no, I'm that's my 2 cents. Somebody's trying to steal your squad car. That's not a good day.
No, but you know what? I get where you're coming from on it, Coach. But I'll say this: we're looking for, is it reasonable that the person that used force believed that they needed to use force? Whether it's, remember, without hindsight, whether it's actually true or not. It turns out later to be I don't mean true, but go to the toy gun scenario. Somebody points a toy gun at you and you shoot them, and like, oh hell, it was a toy gun. I was never truly in danger, but you believed it was reasonable that you believed you were, is the standard that we're kind of chasing here. And I'll tell you that these are the most difficult. These are the most difficult for the law to deal with because we're asking for an abstract idea. We're not asking for what you would do. You're not asking for what I would do. We're asking for this this mythical construct of the reasonable person, in air quotes, out there. So it is difficult. I would say about this case that makes me lean towards a reasonable on it is that in order for me to believe that this officer shot her and murder in cold blood when he didn't believe that he was in danger or other people were in danger, would the fact that he announced that she's got a gun before he shoots. So whether I saw it or not, I've got to believe that he believed it when he announced it and then back that up with shooting. So I lean towards the reasonable on this one. But you won't be able to see. Remember, these videos aren't made on sound stages. They don't have multiple cuts and great edits. You're going to have to rely upon your hearing and just kind of the vibe and looking at what other people's reactions to some of the things that you see to kind of put these puzzles together. All right, any questions before we go to our next? Actually, before we go to our next, let's talk about some range-minded podcasts, folks. We promote small content creators here in Range-Minded Podcast. Anything individual freedom and anything 2A. He puts out a weekly podcast and does a great job at it. But Big Ron, let's look at a little bit about the Range-Minded Podcast.
I'll tell you what, I'm still looking for that burger he's talking about.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range-Minded Podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range-Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services, wherever you listen to your podcast, Range-Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things. There you can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range-minded. See you guys soon.
That's right, folks. The Range-Minded Podcast. Follow him, subscribe wherever you find him, wherever your podcast you get them. He's there. Go to his website, rangemindedpodcast.com, and buy a patch. Help the guy out a little bit. He does a lot of hard work, and he puts together some great stuff. We're proud of our friend, the Range-Minded Podcast. Okay, folks, your next case will be the only one tonight that's not going to involve deadly force. You won't see deadly force used tonight, but you're going to see some force used, and that's what we're asking. We're asking if the force used in this case was reasonable. But Big Ron, let's go case number 2.
Case number 2 coming up.
I'm not. You better get him. I got him. You better get him. I'm not playing you. Go ahead. I want to fuck with him. Oh, dirty ass bitch. Go upstairs. Go ahead. You got all the people come in there.
Hello, 911 emergency.
Hello.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
What's going on, man? What's happening? Hello?
Hold on.
Okay,
yes.
all right. Just give me your address at least. What's your address?
Yes, it's 8 East Manchester. Is that the...
Okay.
I'm security.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
This guy got a knife out. He's threatening everybody.
Okay. What does he look like? Black, white, Asian, Hispanic?
He's black.
What's he wearing?
I'm trying to stop her.
Okay.
Can you send someone out, please?
Yes. What room is... Okay. Well, you know?
He wearing the brown pants and the black shirt. All right.
Are they inside the apartment?
Don't go up them steps.
Hold on, okay? Hold on. 7017, it's ADW suspect there now, A East Manchester Avenue. A East Manchester at the room. Suspect male, black shirt, brown pants, armed with a knife. Stand by for additional code 3 incident 36228
Hello?
Ma'am, hi, this is Los Angeles Police. Officers are coming with lights. They're coming with lights and sirens. Is he back in the room? Or where'd he go?
No, he's standing outside with me. He right here. He like down like by his house.
Oh, okay. So is he still threatening people?
Yes.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yes.
So is he...
Okay, my supervisor. Yeah, my supervisor on the way.
Okay. Is he at the hotel?
Yes, he out the hotel. Yes.
So where is he?
He right here in the hotel. In the hotel.
Oh, but he's not in the room.
No, he's not in the room. He's in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is he still armed with a knife?
Yes.
All right. Do you guys know who he is?
This is a program, Hopkins program. And yes, his name is Ryan.
His name is Ryan. You know if he has any mental illness or anything?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just called Hopkins to tell them what's going on. I'm the security, 24/7 security.
Got it. Okay.
And my supervisor, he on his way.
Okay. And what's your name? Are you you're in a security uniform, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Right here?
Yeah, he's right here.
Does he have a knife?
Yeah, it should be in his pocket. You got the knife in your pocket, right? All right.
Hey, brother, everything good? All right, man. Hey, we're just gonna chop it up real quick. Can you do me a favor? Can you face the little black container? Hey, what you mean, man? Hey, bro. What's up, man? Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back. Relax. Be cool. Relax. Be cool.
Oh, shit!
Put your arms behind your back, bro.
Oh, fuck!
Put your arms behind your back.
Oh, shit!
Put your arms behind your back.
Shit!
Put your arms behind your back, dude. You're reaching for something, I'm gonna start clocking you.
Shit!
Put your arms behind your back.
Oh, shit!
Put your arms behind your back, bro.
Shit!
Put it behind your back, man. Put it behind your back. Put it behind your back, bro. Put it behind your back. Stop resisting. Put it behind your back. Put it behind your back.
Oh, shit! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Hey, 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 what the fuck?
Put it behind your back. Let's go.
Hey, what the fuck?
Put it behind your back.
Hey, what the fuck?
Put your left arm behind your back.
You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get fucking tased. Put your head behind your back. You're gonna get tased, bro. Put your head behind your back. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. No. You're gonna get fucking tased. Put your head behind your back.
You guys got him?
You're gonna get tased, bro. Put your head behind your back. Back up.
I got him.
Back up. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. No. No.
After being taken into custody, an officer at scene recovered a folding knife from Bonner's pant pocket and later booked it as evidence. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics were summoned and responded shortly thereafter to treat Bonner for a complaint of pain. Bonner was then transported to a local hospital where medical staff determined that he had sustained a broken leg and would require admittance to the hospital.
Hey there, folks. Your second case, you saw law enforcement use of force for sure. There wasn't deadly force, but they absolutely used force to take this person into custody. You heard the 911 call, information the officers would have known or should have known when they got there, what type of call they were responding to, which sounded like an assault in progress call initially. But when they get there, they find him in another location of the hotels and wasn't menacing anyone at the time. They go to make contact with him and take him into custody, and that's when the resisting started. Any portion of this video we'd like to see again? No, we were good on the first run.
Yeah, no, let's go to the very first responding officer when he walks up to the door and the guy's sitting there and the officer gives him an order to turn and look at something, a container or something. I want to see that section of the video again.
Let's see it.
Right here?
Yeah, he's right here.
Does he have a knife?
Yeah, it should be in his pocket. You got the knife in your pocket, right? All right.
Hey, brother, everything good? All right, man. Hey, we're just gonna chop it up real quick. Can you do me a favor? Can you face the little black container? Hey, what you mean, man? Hey, bro, what's up, man? Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back. Relax. Be cool. Relax.
Is that what you wanted to see as initial contact?
Yeah, that was what I was looking for.
Okay. We want to keep watching this point of view. Jurors?
Be cool.
Oh, shit.
Put your arms behind your back, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Put your arms behind your back.
Oh, shit.
Put your arms behind your back.
Shit.
Put your arms behind your back, dude. You're reaching for something, I'm gonna start clocking you.
Oh, shit.
Put your arms behind your back.
Oh, shit.
Put your arms behind your back, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Put it behind your back, man. Put it behind your back. Put it behind your back, bro. Put it behind your back.
Oh, fuck.
Stop resisting. Put it behind your back. Put it behind your back.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck?
Put it behind your back. Let's go.
Hey, what the fuck?
Put it behind your back.
Hey, what the fuck?
Put your left arm behind your back.
I'm going to mute the audio on that. I believe he's about to lose his camera there. We'll stop it at that point. And there it goes. All right, any other questions about this? I'll say this about this one. We normally look at uses of deadly force, but on this one, officers may, and they have the authority to, use pain compliance. There's a force continuum. The first use of force that an officer uses is when he shows up with a gun and a badge and uniform, his presence. The second use of force an officer uses is verbal commands, like he says, stand up and face the black container, I think, as he said. That would be verbal commands. If verbal commands do not work, then they can go to open hand techniques and less lethal and even closed hand strikes and knee strikes. All that is permissible in the application of pain compliance to take someone into custody. But with that, Big Ron, let's put up a 10-minute clock and let's go to it. John, I'm coming to you first. What's your initial impression of this?
I knew it. Can I plead the fifth?
That only works for introductions, my friend.
Right. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on this. It's just, is it reasonable based on what I saw? I don't know that there's enough there. But in the same sense, I mean, the police had the information at hand based on the call, correct? I mean, they didn't go in there blind, obviously, is what I'm getting at. So,
Right. The most they could have known is what you heard on the 911 call, because that's all the dispatchers knew. I mean, you did say when you did hear when he walked up, he made contact with the on-site security officer. She gave information of where he was at, and even that he was armed, had a knife in his pocket.
right. So, yeah, I mean, even her being a security officer, if she felt it necessary, there was something going on. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on this a minute, but
All right, well, do some thinking and listen to other people's opinions. Maybe somebody will sway you. Miss Joe, what do you think?
I wasn't expecting his leg to be broken, but it
So,
seems
yeah.
like, pardon?
Go ahead. Someone's got their mic open making comments. Go ahead, Joe.
It seems like he followed the steps. The officers followed the steps that you laid out, so it seemed reasonable to me. He wasn't complying.
So you're saying from the level of resistance that he used, that officers used proportional force to overcome that resistance to take him into custody?
Yeah, you laid the steps out a while ago, and it looked to me like they followed them pretty much in order.
Yeah, and the use of force continuum. Don't get it mixed up. It's kind of a natural progression of things. The first thing that they see is you, so that's your first use of force, and then the next thing usually is talk. So, I see your point, but don't rely too heavily on the use of force continuum as a right or wrong, because it's not. It's a guide and kind of an accepted practice, to be honest with you.
Well, I was leaning that way before you laid those steps out, if that helps, because I mean, he just was not complying all the way through.
Fair enough. Coach, what do you think, sir?
I'm on the fence. Because I believe that the security guard had a real reason to call the police. And everyone sounded frantic. So when they pulled up and the first contact, the brother seemed like he did not want to comply with them at first. So they got him down to the ground, and he kept refusing to put his hands behind his back. He didn't comply. As far as how breaking his leg and punching him in the head and stuff, I don't get that part. But honestly, I say reasonable. If you're going to sit there and just tumble and fight and just struggle for 2-3 minutes with the police, then clearly you want all of what you're receiving. So I will say for this one, I got to go with reasonable.
You're leaning on reasonable. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Brig, what do you think, sir?
So the first officer, as he's walking up, asks if he has a weapon. He admits he has a weapon to the security guard. And then he gives him a lawful order to turn around and face a container. And instead of complying with the lawful order, he comes directly at the officer. Slow, yes, not necessarily threatening, but that officer doesn't know that what size that knife is, or if it's a folding knife or whatever it is. And then he just continues to resist. And so I'm definitely on the reasonable on this side.
Okay, good assessment. Frank, what say you, sir?
Okay. So he wasn't, first of all, obeying a lawful order. That sums it up right there. And anything that took off from that moment on, this guy is a big guy. And those two cops had a hard time getting him down. It took two more to finally get him handcuffed. And and you don't know what he's on. This guy's big. And along with the fact the cops know he's got a knife, just like someone else just said, they don't know if it's a closed knife, open knife. But the key fact here for me is he was given a lawful order, and that's what happens to people who don't obey a lawful order. It's that simple to me. No bill. He's good. They're good.
Okay, I guess I'll go to you for the first vote. Your first vote is this force was reasonable, right, Frank?
Absolutely.
John, your vote, reasonable or unreasonable?
Well, I guess it threw me off at first. I said I want to chop it up, and then he snapped his leg. So, considering that, yeah, that was a good point on Briggs' part. I do believe it was reasonable. No, Bill.
Very good. Brig, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable. No, Bill.
Coach, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
Very good, sir. Miss Joe, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
That'll be verdict number 2, which is a reasonable force. Jason, what'd you think about this one?
Depends what decade we're talking here. I say that with intention, actually. The call they got, the way they approached it, if he had a weapon, I would have rather seen them gain space between somebody with an edged weapon rather than go hands-on right there. And it looks horrible. It really does. I don't think there's pain compliance techniques you can do rather than punching somebody in the face. This is going to internal affairs. In my mind, I'm not in agreement with the way the cops handled that. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the look of that in any way, shape, or form on the police officer's point of view. As far as reasonable, if he was reaching for a knife at the point, then it's reasonable. But if it's just a scuffle and you got his left arm pinned down and you give him a shot in the face, that was uncalled for in my mind. Probably going to start an argument on that, but I did not like the way this looked, and I think that they could have handled themselves much, much differently.
It's got an ugly look to it, the violence of it for sure. I don't know. The face shots, I'm a little on the fence on that one. There can be some policy issues there, like in Texas state law, a close hand strike to the face is permissible as a use of force technique, pain compliance technique. I don't like it. I don't like punching somebody in the face, teeth mess your fingers up, and there's other places to strike. But I thought they did good leg strikes, body strikes. I think everything they did with their legs were as well within the bounds, in my opinion. But yeah, I didn't like the face strikes either. But I think I'd go with the jury on it as well. I would call it reasonable, but I wouldn't be surprised if Internal Affairs was in there on top of that as well. Wouldn't you think? Anybody else have any more comments they'd like to say about this case?
Well, the very first thing I thought when the guy was walking out of the room towards the cop, why didn't the cop back up and generate some sort of extra space between them? But the fact of the matter is, he gave him a lawful order, and the cop was standing his ground. But that's I guess that's a policy thing on police departments, various different police departments. But I just think the guy should have obeyed the lawful order right up front, and then he shouldn't have resisted after they grabbed him and said, "Hey, put your arms behind your back." He shouldn't have resisted.
They were just chopping it up, Brig.
I don't like the face strikes either. That was kind of what was making me go, "What the hell?" But I do understand pain compliance. I'm fully aware of that situation.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about when he said let's chop it up. Maybe that's a regional thing, but I think when you're there as the police in that type of situation, I think you need to be a bit more forceful with your speech instead of like, "Yo, bro, what's going on?" Because maybe he fights with people that chop it up with him. But with that, I tell you what, let's talk about Drax's Pit and the Daily Fix. Kay Daly and Drax have a show 3 days a week. The Daily Fix on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you want to know anything inside politics, Kay Daly is the go-to. She knows how the sausage is made. And to be quite frank with you, Drax is just pretty damn entertaining. But Drax also does with Roden and a few other folks, does this show called the Drax's Pit. It's kind of a variety show, late night show for adults, for like real adults, on X. And it's every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. But let's run both those promos, Big Ron. But Drax's Pit and the Daily Fix, can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, I can't say enough about both those shows. Great shows.
As liberals go crazy and throw their fits, come on down to Drax's Pit. Yeah, it's Drax's Pit.
Give both of them a follow if you're not following them already, but catch their shows. You'll really like it. And throw in the comments that Joe from the grand jury sent you there. Okay, the next case, folks, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to use more than just your eyeballs. You're gonna have to get a feel for the sense of the scene, and you're gonna have to use your ears to be able to pick this one up. But let's go to case number 3. They're not gonna get any easier; they get harder from here. Case number 3, Big Ron.
Case number 3 coming up.
On Friday, February 20th, 2026, at approximately 10:05 a.m., Dallas Police SWAT officers responded to the 1000 block of Shaw Street to assist the Louisville Police Department and the DEA task force with executing a narcotics search warrant at that location. The preliminary investigation determined that multiple SWAT teams were deployed to clear the structures on the property, which featured a single-story residence and a 2-story detached structure just behind it.
On that left side, Sean. Yep. I'm with you. What? Go. Easy, hey, slow. Easy. Hey, you got us, come on.
Watch behind.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey, let me see.
Watch the shots fired. Hold. Hang on, Peach. Wait.
Hey, let me see your fucking hands.
Stop.
Let me see your fucking hands.
All right, hang on. 18 shots fired.
Yep.
Hey, you got us. Come on. Bang. Get that bang out. Chop it. Move. Watch your behind.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey,
Watch your shots fired. Hold.
easy, hey, slow. Easy.
Hey, you got us. Come on.
Go.
Bang. Get that bang out. Drop it. Move. Watch your shots fired. Hold.
All right, folks, that was case number 3.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. There you go. As Big Ron said, that's case number 3. Any portion of that video you'd like to see again?
I want to see both the first video and the second video. Right when that guy opens the door, is there something in his hands? And can you slow that down at all?
It sounded like he was saying hands, hands. That's what I need clarity on too.
My apologies, folks. I'm having all kinds of technical issues.
Like he was saying hands, hands. That's what I need clarity on too.
My apologies, folks. I'm having all kinds. Let's try it again. Okay, that seems to work. I'm sorry. Go back to you were asking me, was there something in his hands when he opened the door?
Yeah, look close at the guy's hands. The guy inside the house, right when he opens the door.
He does. He's holding a firearm.
Okay, he is holding a firearm.
Yes.
Okay, my second question is what is the banging that you hear right before the cops drop the flashbang on the dogs? What is the banging that you hear before that? Is that?
I believe remember in the briefing, they're hitting two structures. The team we're watching is going to the structure, the second floor structure. There's another team that's making entry to where you see now where that, not necessarily that door, but that structure there. They're making entry there. So I think you're hearing flashbangs that are being dumped on the outside of that building there. Additional flashbangs, I believe, is what you're hearing.
Yeah.
Are those the bangs you're talking about?
Yeah, that and right before they actually dropped. So before this guy starts walking up the stairs right there, as they're walking down that aisle towards the dogs, then you can see one officer actually drops a flashbang on the dogs, or in between the dogs.
This is the lead officer. You'll see that on the subsequent officers coming up. Okay, you're gonna hear the additional flashbangs. They're gonna be a little quieter. Those are the ones that are not being dropped in this immediate area. I believe they're being dropped on the additional structure on the outside. It's called dumping them. I don't think they threw them inside. I think they dropped several in the yard. Those are at another location. Those aren't real close. And if you're watching the eve here, you're gonna see a flash. You're gonna see the flash of the flashbang that's gonna go off by the dogs. Did you see the flash?
I did, and I think that was about the third or fourth officer in line in the second video.
It could have been. I'm not sure who actually dumped the bang.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey, let me.
And in his hand is a rifle pointed directly at the officer.
Watch your shots fired. Hold. Hang on.
Any portions of the video we'd like to see again?
Well, right before they open the door, somebody yells hands. Is that correct? Like watch his hands. They're like hands.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey, let me see.
Watch your shots fired. Hold.
Shot goes.
Hold.
Out.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey, let me see.
Watch your shots fired. Hold.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
What was the initial reason why they was called out again?
This is a search warrant. Sounds like a narcotics task force, a federal warrant.
So did he know that police was on his premises?
Not sure what he knew.
No, I'm only asking that because
No, he didn't call the police. The police are there. They're there to do a surprise search warrant. They're going to break the doors down and force entry.
All right. So for all we know, he don't even know that those are police that's coming up to his home with guns.
Let's leave that for deliberations. Any part of the video want to see again? 'Cause I'm going to put you on the clock for that one, my friend.
All right. I'm good.
Let's put up a clock, Big Ron. I think we're ready for it. And I'll go with you, Coach. So your point is that did he even know the police were there?
Yeah, because I just want to know what was the main reason. I mean, if it was just a surprise warrant and they've been looking into him and they thought that he was dirty, and then they come up on his premises and he see that the police is there and he's holding his pole. I would say he's in the wrong for holding his pole when they opened the door. But other than that, I don't even know if he knew that the police was there.
Well, in the way, who's that talking? Go ahead, Brig.
I was just going to say, in this situation, if I lived in a slum like that and I heard flashbangs going off downstairs and I didn't know who was coming through the door. First of all, the cops didn't knock on the door. They didn't say police. They didn't. I mean, this is a no-knock warrant. It basically is what I'm saying. This is kind of where I have a bit of a struggle in my mind on how to.
Before you get to no knock, who opened the door? Cops or the guy who got shot?
The guy did, but for all you know, he was walking out the door trying to get away. He was grabbing his gun and trying to get away from whatever was going on in the house. We don't know what this guy was doing. Sure, he's living in a shitty place, but we don't know what this guy was doing. All we know is he might have been, for all we know, he might have been trying to get away and get out of there. Now, yeah, you open the door.
Well, actually, this is what I wanted to say before you guys kind of jumped in on this, is that keep in mind the way an investigator, a law enforcement officer, and even the law looks at these things is you take the evidence that you have and you say, what could that guy inside the house, what could he have known? Now, you won't know necessarily what he would have known, but what could have a reasonable person known in the information that you have here? And it really doesn't have anything to do with the no knock warrant or anything. I think Coach hit the main point on that. But actually, let me get around the room. Let's get everyone else's point of view before we dig into this one. Frank, what do you think?
There was plenty of noise that this guy was hearing. A lot of activity taking place. It's a tough one. But he did come to the door with a gun, and that was just a bad moment. And the results was he got shot. He come to the door with a rifle. He could have been thinking, is another gang coming to assault his place? Since he's supposed to be a drug dealer, they're there for drugs.
None of which he'd been convicted of, by the way.
Right, exactly. So they're there they've got a warrant to search the place. He's hearing all this noise. It's tough, but I have to,
Well, it's the first round here. You want to go to some other folks and get their opinion? Maybe make it less tough for you. Maybe they'll bring a point that
okay. All right, go ahead.
Strikes you.
All right.
John, what's your initial opinion?
Well, the thing that comes to my mind, and it stood out right away, was in the description before we even saw the video, and it was described as a single-story home with a secondary. It said, I forget if she said unit or it said nothing about a house or a dwelling or residence or a home. It was a second-story structure.
Well, it described two structures on the property. One was a single-family dwelling, and the second was a unit, a second-floor unit. And in the second unit group,
that's my point, because then it wouldn't necessarily deserve, right? Like if it's a garage, do you need to knock? And I'm thinking if there's this, like, let's say it was like a second-story, just storage unit. They don't know what they're going.
Well, hang on. We're stuck on a no knock. We don't know if the officers were going to knock on the door or not. The door was open prior to they got there, so this never was a no knock situation.
Right. And so my thought was, if you're going in blind, I mean, you have a warrant to search. You don't know what you're going into. The door opens up. You see a gun. First reaction. That's my thought.
So the officer's force was reasonable?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. Miss Jo, what do you think?
The guy could have looked out the window to see who was there, and he did not. He opened the door with a gun. I think it was pretty reasonable also, but this one was a lot harder.
So you're leaning on reasonable, yeah?
I am, because of the gun when he opened the door, and they hadn't even knocked or anything yet.
Okay, let's go to Brig. Brig, what's your initial impression of this?
If I was a tenant in that upstairs apartment and I heard a whole bunch of noise going on downstairs, all those flashbangs going on downstairs, I would grab my firearm and try to get the hell out of there. And if I opened the door and all of a sudden there was cops standing there, if I was the cop, of course I would feel afraid for my life if the guy was pointing a gun at me. So that could be considered reasonable. But on the other hand, I'm just trying to get the hell out of there. I don't know what's going on downstairs. And so I have a hard time on this. And I'm going to say, I kind of tend to want to say true, Bill, and let the jury figure it out later.
And that's not your job. Your job's not here to evaluate what you would do. Your job is not here to evaluate what another body may find later. It's to make a decision one way or the other, reasonable or not. But I'm going to let you hang on that because I think we still got a few minutes of deliberation going. I'm going to go back to Coach.
Not reasonable. Not reasonable. The brother, I'm looking at the look on his face. The look on his face didn't look like he was about to shoot anything. It looked like he was trying to get up out of there with his gun. Although I understand the other side, if I'm police and I see that, it's reasonable. But nah, looking at the whole thing, I will have to say not reasonable. I don't know enough. So yeah, not reasonable for me.
So if you were the police, you'd say it's reasonable. But if you're the guy who got shot, you say it's unreasonable?
Yes. And
I want you to think about that for a minute. Of course, that's the way you're going to go. If you're the guy who gets shot, I wasn't reasonable at all.
No, but I'm just thinking about it for my property. Like if I hear all of that noise and whatnot, and I don't know that police are on my premises, and all I hear is noise, and I'm a little dirty. I know what type of life I'm in. I'm not, but if I was that guy, I'm trying to get up out of there, get out of Dodge, and yeah, he came to the door with his pole in his hand, but the look on his face didn't tell me that he was trying to fire on the police.
Doesn't that say something about a man too? Like the character of a man who doesn't shoot another man's dog.
It does.
No, that's fair. And you're talking to the guy. I'll shoot another man's dog. I'm not going to get bit, but I thought they handled those dogs fine. Those are just dogs. I didn't think they were really trying to be vicious. But aside from the point, so you're saying that the guy was just trying to get away, so therefore deadly force should be off the table?
Well, what if, I mean, by the time they started dropping the flashbangs on the lower level or the other apartment, by that time they should have been hollering, police, we have a warrant. They should have alerted them. And then I could see the guy putting his firearm down and laying down on the floor and just waiting until they kicked the door in. But I'm looking at this from both points of view, and I'm just seeing that if I was that dude trying to get out of that apartment just because I didn't know what the hell was going on outside, then I would have done exactly what he did. And he didn't actually, you can see the shock on his face when he opened the door. So I've got to say true Bill on this one.
Because you're saying they didn't say police enough?
I didn't hear him say it at all.
I didn't either.
Me neither.
Anybody else hear him say police?
Nope. I did not hear it.
All right, let's go to a vote. Brig, I'm going to come to you first. You're going to be unreasonable or a true Bill on this one, right?
I'm going to say true Bill on this one.
Very good. Coach, you still at a true Bill, unreasonable?
Yes, sir.
There's two. Miss Joe, true Bill, unreasonable, reasonable force?
I think it's reasonable. I think if you're a known drug dealer, you would have a shocked look on your face. If you saw
Supreme
the
Court
police.
would have an exception with you using the term known drug dealer in a known drug trafficking area. They beat those up about
okay.
2003.
Okay, well, reasonable.
Reasonable. John, what's your vote? Reasonable or unreasonable?
I'm going to say reasonable, and I'm sticking with the point that I made earlier about the dog. It says something about your intentions to me, and so I feel from that initial, because he was the lead, and that just really stood out. And when I hear hands, he was being warned by a fellow officer, and it seemed reasonable. If I saw a gun pointing at me, I would I would react the same. But even though it's not me, I get that. I believe it's reasonable.
I got you, brother. The clock's gone on it. I'm going to take your, that's a reasonable force. Frank, what's your vote? Reasonable or unreasonable?
I'm going to go with reasonable.
2-3. Post the verdict, Big Ron. Jason, I'm coming to you as quick as I can on this one. What do you think?
Brought me back a few years. Been on.
There's an Easter egg in here tonight.
I'm trying to find it, Joe. A no-knock warrant is simply there for the element of surprise to be with the officers. If you get a no-knock warrant, I'm not throwing flashbangs outside the house. That's more, a flashbang is more of a distractionary device, not to gain attention. I think that was a mistake on the officers to drop the flashbangs. He opens the door. He's got a.
Hang on. There was no indication that this was a no-knock warrant.
Even if it's not, I mean,
I'm in the briefing, and I didn't see any indications this was a no-knock warrant.
When you got that much you got that much arm power. I mean, we've done search warrants before, where it's just the team, but you're bringing an assault team. I guarantee you. I mean, I don't know. So you're right.
For two buildings, yeah, I did two at the same time.
Yes, I've done that before.
Well, I have two, but we bring in. We have plenty of them. I don't know how many we got, but for sure an assault team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I just think they lost the element of surprise there. I see what the jury's saying, or you hear the stuff going on outside. I would have been a little more stealthy about it. As far as announcing police, it really doesn't matter. You're standing there in full-blown uniform with a badge around your neck. I think when they opens the door, you don't need to be verbally told police. You can see it's the police. Much like when you get pulled over, I didn't know it was the cops. Well, who else has cherries on the top of their car? It's justified. You open the door and you run into that. I am 100% in fear of my life, and I'm shooting. I'm curious about your Easter egg, Joe. I'm not seeing it.
It was it, dude. It was a damn HIDA warrant. You've been on how many of those?
Oh,
that was the Easter egg. You know what? I'm gonna go opposite of you, Jason. Actually, I think that there would have been a true bill, or it's unreasonable. I don't believe it was a no-knock warrant, and the police there should have been announcing it. We heard police just a half second before the first round was fired. And by the way, it's another Easter egg there, Jason. That's how we say police in Texas. The police say police because it doesn't sound like police. Now, police sounds like please. When you say open up the door, it's not please. It's open up. It's the police. But no, I didn't hear it enough. And I just know in my teams, that was something. Once the first bang went off, and once you made the first action by hitting the door, it was nothing but police. You want everybody to know that you're the damn police and that you're here. So no, I lean on the jury side on the unreasonable portion of this one.
Joe, what did they pull up in? It looked like one of those two-wheel electric things. You know, it even sounded like an electric scooter or something.
I don't know. You had that was the DPD, Dallas Police Department team that was working with Louisville, and I think Louisville's HIDA Group too. So at HIDA Group in Dallas. So you had the DA involved. It was most likely a federal warrant, but it was being done in that looked like West Dallas, Grand Prairie, on the Grand Prairie side. But this warrant was being run in Dallas. And Dallas team assisted, which is not unusual. I mean, I've worked with them. It's what I saw there. The only thing I didn't like, the only thing was unusual is typically once the first police goes off, everybody's police. It's a police. You don't stop until everything's cleared. And it's just for that reason, because I'll be honest with you, if I hear bangs outside my house and somebody's coming up my stairs like that and I don't hear police, then I'm going to be armed. Now I'm in Texas. I'm going to be armed. And I would say that if this guy had gotten a shot off and shot a police officer and survived it, I believe that he would be found not guilty on those terms alone. I went back and listened to it a couple of times. So with hindsight, the first police that said at all is just before the first round, just as the door's cracking open, you hear police one time. You don't hear it any other time. So, and what I was bringing up earlier, Coach, is that what could the person have known inside? That was where I was going with that. He could have known that there was banging. He could have known that there were people moving around on his property. He could have known that someone was coming up the steps. But one thing he couldn't have known was there wasn't a verbal announcement that it was the police.
Exactly.
And I agree 100% on that. Mike, if I was the cop and the dude opened the door pointing a rifle at me, I probably would have shot him. But if I'm the guy inside the building, just the civilian inside the building, and I'm coming to that door armed and ready, and I'm trying to get the hell out of the building and get away from whatever's going on. And that's why I got to say true bill on this one.
No, and I agree with that assessment. Would that officer be convicted in Texas? I don't know. But they're damn sure lawsuit there. For sure, you'll get some money off that. And it is policy for agencies down here to announce that it's police. It's something that we're very aware of. Especially when you're hitting a house at 6 o'clock in the morning, people are asleep. But with that, let's talk about some Judge Joe Brown barbecue sauce. Judge Joe Brown, who's been a guest prosecutor on this show, and we hope to have him again. Actually, working on getting him in here any week now, maybe even next week. We'll see. He's got a lot of stuff going on. But either way, Judge Joe Brown, we learned he had a barbecue sauce, and this barbecue sauce is pretty unique. Out of Memphis, Tennessee. That's where the judge is from. He knows a little bit of something about smoking some meat. Not like a Texan, don't get me wrong, but they're pretty close up there in Tennessee. But this barbecue sauce has got real coarse ingredients in it. The spices and things, they're not real fine. It's not like ketchup. This stuff's got some little body to it, and it hangs onto the meat well, and it tastes great. From what Bruce Wayne has told us, he's actually got some and done a few barbecues with it. Let's watch our little promo.
Introducing Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Folks, Judge Joe Brown barbecue sauce, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it at jjbbq.com. I believe it comes a little faster on Amazon's what I hear, but you should give it a shot. Barbecue season's coming up, and this barbecue sauce is unique. You won't find another like it that I've ever seen, actually. But with that, folks, we have a Patreon group. We encourage everyone to join and support the show. There is a cost to doing this. We love doing it. We do it every week. But if you like it as well, then join our Patreon group and show just a little bit of support. We have real low tiers, like $3 a month. And but it's not a lot, but all that together goes a long way in us putting this show together and paying for the expenses that it costs to do this, between FOIA requests and just the hosting. So we do appreciate that. Anybody would like to support us, Patreon is the way to go with that. All right, Big Ron, case number 4. Let's do it.
At 10:10 p.m. on February 12, 2026, patrol officers were dispatched to a residence on Dunn Avenue related to an armed domestic disturbance. A woman, later identified as Cabrera's wife, called for emergency police assistance, reporting an intoxicated Cabrera held her down while armed with a knife, stating he was going to kill her and both she and he were going to die. Per the victim, Cabrera stabbed the wall above her head multiple times with the knife he was wielding, a fact confirmed by responding officers. The victim successfully pushed Cabrera away, and he left their home and got into his car. Once Cabrera saw the victim on the phone with police, he fled the scene in his vehicle. The victim theorized Cabrera most likely went to the home of a family member in the 7800 block of Foxtail Lane. She provided the responding officers with the family member's address, a description of Cabrera's vehicle, his tag number, and his cell phone number. The responding District 6 officers conveyed this information to District 5 patrol officers, including the fact that Cabrera was armed with a knife. At 12:29 a.m. on February 13, 2026, officers responded to the family member's residence in the 7800 block of Foxtail Lane as provided by the victim. Officers Roden, Griffiths, and Morris saw Cabrera's vehicle parked in the driveway of the family member's residence. Additionally, they saw Cabrera sitting in the driver's seat of his car.
Go ahead, man. Let's go. Hey, don't grab that. Let's go. Let's go.
Drop
Come on,
it.
shoot me.
Drop the damn
Shoot
knife.
me, motherfucker.
Drop it. Damn.
Hey, somebody get let's start first aid on him.
All right, you keep it on.
First aid started on him.
I got a bag.
Look it down. I don't think this is it. I think it's the next one. There's that maroon. That's the maroon Honda Odyssey right there, isn't it? Yeah. He's right here in the car. Hey, man. Step out for me, okay? Hey, don't grab that. Hey, he's got a knife. He's got a knife.
Drop it.
Shoot me.
Drop it.
Shoot me, motherfucker. HQ, we got shots fired. Officer 77, stars 1068. Hey, somebody get out for me, okay? Hey, don't grab that. Hey, he's got a knife. He's got a knife.
Drop it.
Drop that knife.
Case number 4, folks. Started out as a disturbed person, domestic violence that went from one location to the next. They gave a different date, but it was just midnight later that same evening, so it wasn't like this.
Did I lose audio or did Joe lose audio?
I cannot hear him, no.
You lost audio.
Is there any section of the videos you guys like to see again?
No.
Now, is everybody good with what they saw? You don't want to go back and watch the initial contact or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go watch the second video.
All right. Let's see if I can find that for you guys. Looks like Joe might be having some technical difficulties on his side because the video is locked up also.
All right, I just called Joe. He is working on his audio, so he'll be back with us shortly.
All right, so while we're waiting for Joe to finish up the audio, we'll go ahead and start with Frank. Frank, so what do you think so far until we can get back to the video? Oh, looks like we're back. Looks like we got the video.
Tag number.
All right, so where would you guys like to see again? The second half?
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you, Joe.
Everything was wheel of death on my end. Any part of this video we'd like to see again?
They want to see the second part.
Body worn camera 2.
I don't think this is it. I think it's the next one. There's that maroon. That's the maroon Honda Odyssey right there, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. He's right here in the car. Hey, man. Step out for me, okay? Hey, don't grab that. Hey, he got an eye. He got an eye. Drop it. Shoot me, motherfucker.
That's the portion you wanted to see? How's my audio now? Am I with you?
You're good?
Yeah, it was just me not being able to find my mic. Yeah, that's the portion I wanted to see.
All right, Big Ron, let's put up a clock. Boy, Big Ron's screwing you guys. He's doing it at 2 seconds. I'll give you 10 minutes, though. I'm a nice guy. Miss Joe, what do you think about this one?
I had a bit of technical difficulties and froze, but I watched it on my husband's device. He jumped out. He had a knife. He was screaming, "Shoot me." Reasonable that the cop shot him, I think.
What about mental illness? Do you think any of that played in a part in this? This guy's having a mental episode, no?
Do you think the cop, I mean, do they have time to consider the guy's mental stability or?
No.
You know, he's worried about getting home to his family. That officer. I'm kind of boring on here, huh?
No. Look, folks, this is what juries are made up all over America. People from, they don't know each other. Nobody called them up and said, hey, you're an expert in this, can be a jury. We don't want those people. We want the layman. We want the average citizen off the street to make these decisions. It's beautiful, actually. So there's not a right or wrong decision, honestly. If Coach feels in his bones that it's one way, then by God, it's that way. He doesn't, that's it. That's the way it is.
Right.
And if Frank is opposite of that, they never have to agree. It's 3 out of 5. That's the way it's designed. So vote the way you want and express what you feel on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning.
You're leaning on justification on this. So you say justified or reasonable force on the officer's behalf.
The way he was acting pretty crazed, running at him pretty quick, seemed reasonable. I'd hate to send a police officer to jail, really, for defending his life.
Well, if it's defending his life, then we don't send him to jail. No,
right, exactly.
And here's the thing. Citizens are judged by the same matrix. The citizens are judged by the same. So it could be, you defending your life, and you shouldn't have to go to jail because you defended your life. You have a God-given right for that. Let's go to Brig. What do you think?
The second video, BWC 2. When the guy gets back there to the back left corner of the car, he's got a weapon in his arms. He's probably less than 12 feet. You can cross 12 feet in a second and a half if you're capable. And both officers did what I think was correct, and that's to back up and put distance between them. I'm going to say no bill on this one.
Okay. I'm just getting your first initial opinion, you guys. You don't have to give me a full answer on it. If you do, if you're there, you're there, but it's not a requirement. Coach, what's your initial impression?
It was reasonable. He wanted to die, and they gave him exactly what he wanted. So, yeah, that's my point of view.
Both in word and action, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Fair enough. John.
Yeah, there's no dispute he did ask for it. But, I mean, all joking aside, I hear where you're coming from on mental illness. The thing that I question, though, is the cop saw the knife. He knew he had a knife. He warned the other cops who had a knife, and the officer who is right directly in line with the driver's side could see that when he stepped out, he put his hands up right away. Is that deemed a threat to your life when they were backing up and he wasn't charging and he had his hands up? That's the only thing I question. And then it was just target practice. They were at the range at that point. So, yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what Frank's got to say. Maybe he'll sway you. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, reasonable. The guy's screaming. He comes out with a knife. He's running towards the cop. And if it were me, hey, you're getting too close. And I think they did what they had to do. He was definitely out of his head. So I think the cops had a right to put him down.
So he's not actually running towards him. He's got his hands up with the knife obviously in his hands. He's not actually running towards him. He's just walking towards him.
Yeah, he was moving towards him quickly, not running, but moving quickly. I'll put it that way.
Well, how close is too close with an edged weapon?
Yeah, how too close is too close?
Well, for me, that's going to be 10 meters. You know, even if I already have a piece in my hand, I don't want to get within 10 meters of an edged weapon. No. So I kind of look at this as a suicide by cop, so to speak, like the guy was asking for it. Now, they could have backed off maybe a little sooner, but I kind of think this is reasonable.
Yeah.
Let's do a vote. Miss Joe, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
Coach, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
Brig, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable and unfortunate.
Lawful but awful is what I heard. John, reasonable or unreasonable?
I'm going to go unreasonable.
Fair enough. Frank, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
Man, we haven't had a unanimous decision all night, have we?
Mm-mm.
Reasonable force, though. 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 will take the day on that one.
Yep, been split every decision.
Good. Where are we at? We've got less than 30 minutes left in the show. All right, Big Ron. Jason, let's do 3 response real quick, and then I want to spend the rest of the time on this last case. I think it's going to tie us up a bit. Folks, you heard me talk about Jason earlier in the show. He's developer of the 3D response system. It is a comprehensive school safety system that provides everything from early detection with the use of criminal psychologists, for lack of a better term in my mind. I can't think of a better term for it there, but clinical psychologist. It builds in features inside of a school to give safe places for children and staff to be. The lightning strikes your kid's school and a school shooter shows up there. It also provides rapid and quick response for law enforcement and gives intel to law enforcement as they arrive so they can get to where the shooter's at and put it out. But what you're going to watch is a real quick, about a minute and a half video. This is a school that's already been installed with the 3D response system, and you're seeing annual training, which also comes with the 3D response system of local law enforcement. These officers you see there are the same officers that could respond to that school, the exact school they're doing the training in, to a school shooter. But you're going to hear the alarm you hear, that's a 3D response system. The officers using the key cards to get into the doors, that's the 3D response system. The doors you see, and you'll see some of the features, they're all ballistic. Bullets won't go through them. So the kids are safe until the cops get there and figure out what's going on. Watch this.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
I see you entering, take a right. You're going to proceed down the long hall, all the way to the end. You're going to go till the end where you're intersect to the classrooms. Keep going, I see you moving forward. Subject is held up in classroom 203.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
Folks, I'm going to tell you, if you've got any tactical experience and you understand, you look at the 3D response system and see it, you won't be able to unsee it. It's unfortunately, it's the answer, and it's not as difficult as what some people try to make it. But Jason, you've got some big things moving up on 3D response and picking up some steam in the state of Minnesota in particular. Am I right?
Yeah, we just met with a school today, and we did our final cost assessment. We told them the dollar amount, and they're all in. And it was it's a school the size of like an elementary school. It was about $1.1 million. And after they learned what we were doing, and they actually got to come down and tour it, they finally kind of said, you know what, our children's lives are worth this. We need to do this. So that was refreshing to hear, and I don't get that a lot in public schools. In the state capitol right now, there's a couple bills. Actually, somebody else dropped a bill to basically make our system building code, much like the fire suppression system, that if you have a new school or you have an existing school, there's a period of time where you have to have these implements installed in your school. And when it goes to the Senate has another bill to actually fund it for every public and private school in Minnesota. So I have a tour on Tuesday with a couple senators and a couple state reps that wrote the bill because they heard about it, but they want to see it. And the session is going to go quick. It was already introduced last week, and now they're going to refine the bill to language to make it like the fire code. So hopefully this goes through. I'm in the worst state in the world to do this. I do not trust. They're going after guns, and it's a 30-year argument that's never been resolved. And this system will minimize loss of life, and we've proven it time and time again. So we'll see what the next few months bring.
Now, 100%, it's a game changer for these type of situations in the school. If you're in the state of Minnesota, do a quick search, find your representative, and just send them vote yes on the SHIELD Act. We needed this passed in Minnesota. I think we'll see the other states see its brilliance and pick it up. I don't know why we don't have a school safety code. We have a fire code, we got a health code. You can't do anything without having to go abide by some sort of a code when it comes to dealing with the public and taking care of our children. So SHIELD Act, folks, in the state of Minnesota, even if you're not in the state of Minnesota, send some emails. Let folks know that representatives know that the SHIELD Act is something we need to see in every one of our schools, not just in the state of Minnesota, but all the states. With that, let's go to case number 5, Big Ron, final one for the evening. This one's going to make you scratch your head.
Last case of the night, guys.
What's up, man? My name's Archie, done with the Marine Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because your registration's expired.
Yes, sir. So, pretty much had a few things I needed to get done with the vehicle.
Okay.
I'm getting it worked out.
Cool. You got your driver's license on you, bro?
Good. You flipped it, though, before you even knew my registration was expired.
Well, it looked like you had no front plate, so I was going to try to confirm that.
Yeah.
Does that have front plate? It didn't look like it.
Well, that's what I'm working on.
So that's what originally caught my
Yes, sir.
attention, and then when I was behind you, I saw the registration was also expired.
So the reason that I'm moving the vehicle right now is so that I can get the things done.
Center 8X2. One by number. Us at Tinsley, out of Monterey, switch. Registration, insurance? Are you on probation or anything like that? No? Give me a second. Go ahead.
Just work vehicle.
X1 from 2. You have traffic for me?
Is he solo or is that X-ray report?
Negative. Can I see your phone?
My phone?
Yeah.
What do you need my phone for?
Who are you on the phone with?
My mom.
Okay, can you show me the name? Oh, you
I'm
hung
not,
up? Okay, all right.
I'm not even. What is
Because I think I'm familiar with you. You have a restraining order, right? With
that's neither here nor there.
Okay, I was making sure you weren't on the phone with her.
No, I just called my mom because.
Okay. But you don't want to show me that? All right, that's fine.
Received your switch to my. I didn't want to show it to you.
Huh?
I don't understand.
Okay, well, I'm speaking pretty clearly, so.
I'm just saying I don't understand why we're talking about anything else besides.
I was wanting to make sure that you weren't violating your restraining order.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can't find my.
I'm out with it, too.
What about the insurance?
Yeah, let me see.
Like it's retail.
Oh. So the
Senator,
insurance
can
is
you confirm the 28 expiration? Yeah, he's fine. Thank you. Don't stop in the middle of the road unless you want a ticket.
Yes, I can't.
It's expired as of July 31st, 25.
All right. So it's 6 months. It's expired. So do me a favor. I'm gonna have you step out of the car. Okay.
We're gonna take the vehicle.
Huh? Well, we're not there yet, but we're gonna take one step at a time. Okay. So put everything you have on the dashboard.
Everything I have.
Everything in your hand, on the dashboard.
Okay. So what's the law for this? Can you explain it to me, please?
Yeah. So I'll explain it to you one time, okay? But I'm not gonna get into playing street lawyer on the side of the road.
No. I understand. I just would like to know.
So in California, we have the right to have people during traffic stops step out of the vehicle or inside the vehicle.
Well, I'm saying when you counted the 6 months, I'm trying to figure out like.
So it can potentially be towed, but so right now I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle. Okay. So everything on your lap, put it on the dashboard. Hold on. Okay. Take your seatbelt off.
What do you?
Okay. Put your right hand behind your head.
My right hand behind my head.
Mm-hmm. Put your left hand on the steering wheel.
This doesn't sound like a traffic.
This is how I get everybody out.
I understand.
Put your hand over there.
This is like excessive right now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm just gonna make sure. Don't unlock the door. Okay, unlock the door.
I'm just trying to figure out
unlock the door.
Why are you treating me like this?
This is how I get everyone out of the car. And based on your priors that I've had with you, this is how I want to get you out of the car. So go ahead, unlock the car with your left hand.
I feel like this.
Do what I'm saying, otherwise you're gonna have a lot harder time.
Okay.
So open the door.
Yeah.
Put your right hand behind your head. Your right hand behind your head.
Okay. No, wait. I
Hold on.
don't like
Step
this.
out, dude.
I'm coming.
Step out.
I'm coming. I just
Step
don't
out.
like this. Sir.
Stop, dude. Stop, sir. Stop the car. Stop the car. Stop the No, dude, stop. Stop. Okay. Stop. No. Stop, dude. No. Stop. No. Stop. If you have a gun, I'm gonna shoot you in the back of the head right now. Do it. Hey, he has a gun. He has a gun. No, don't do it. Yeah. No.
Copy, shots fired.
Under A-Link at 3. Go, 3. You should step on to the vehicle.
Center 8X1, shots fired, shots fired. Stop, Dylan, get out of the car. Center 8X1. Sergeant Supervisor. Dylan, you hit? No.
Here, take the gun. I need help.
1, shots fired, shots fired. Center, copy, shots fired. Your incident has been updated. Sir, 8X1, Sergeant Supervisor. 8X1, copy, Sergeant Supervisor. Any officers in?
Everybody else. Put your hand over there. Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm just gonna make sure. No, unlock the door. Okay, unlock the door. Unlock the door. Oh, this is how we get everyone out of the car. And based on your priors that I've had with you, this is how we're gonna get you out of the car. So go ahead and unlock the car with your left hand. Do what I'm saying, otherwise you're gonna have a lot harder time. So open the door. Put your right hand behind your head. Your right hand behind your head.
No, wait, I don't like this. I'm coming. I just don't like this.
Center 8X1, give us a 10-3. He just took off. Dylan's in the vehicle. Where'd he go? Center 8X1, shots fired, shots fired. Dylan, get out of the car.
Okay, folks, that was our video. That was
All right,
number
guys.
5.
Looks like we may have lost Joe again. Oh, he's back in.
All right.
Okay, how's my audio now?
You're good to go, Joe.
It's the worst I've had yet trying to keep up with some glitches tonight. So there's your last case, folks. It was a traffic stop that resulted
Joe, do we
into...
have you?
You got me now?
Yeah, you're good, Joe.
So it was a traffic stop that resulted into invalid license and no insurance. He was going to be arrested. They attempt to get him out of the vehicle. He didn't. The vehicle takes off. The officer's in the vehicle with him. It comes to arrest, not necessarily a wreck. It runs off of a road. There was a gun inside of the vehicle. The driver did have a pistol inside the vehicle, and this is what the officer said, that in fighting with him inside the vehicle, that he couldn't get the person's hands loose from the pistol, and that he shot him essentially under the arm, into the chest. The person died of the wounds. Any portion of the vehicle you'd like to see again?
I'd like to see the very end of the first video moving into the second video. So the first cop's body worn cam, and then moving into the second video, they've obviously bleeped out all of the actual gunshots.
You can hear the gunshots from the dash cam. You want to go to that one first?
Joe, can you play it through from the part where he just sees the gun before the second video?
When he sees the gun?
Yeah. So in the first video, he saw the gun and he yells it out, calls it out.
While he's inside the passenger vehicle fighting?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. No, wait. I don't like this.
Out, dude.
I'm coming. I just don't like this. Sir.
Stop, dude. Stop. Sir, stop the car. Stop the car. Dylan's in the vehicle. Stop the No, dude, stop. Okay. Stop. No. Stop, dude. No. Stop. No. Stop. If you have a gun, I'm going to shoot you in the back of the head right now. Do it. Hey, he has a gun. No, don't do it. Yeah. No.
Now let's go to the dash cam video. You'll hear the shot in this here.
Wait, isn't he already shot by this time?
No. He just got shot. You hear it?
So was it the cop on the outside or the cop on the inside that shot him?
Cop on the inside.
Okay.
All right, Big Ron, let's put up a clock.
Shots fired, shots fired. I copy, shots fired.
Got to give me one, my friend.
You know what? That's right. I got kicked out, so I've got to get you. I've got to give you one. Give me a second. I tell you what, we'll go ahead and start. Coach, give me your initial impression on this. You with us, Coach?
I was talking and my daggone microphone was muted like crazy.
Man.
Okay. That was on my end.
It's contagious tonight.
This is completely unfortunate. Reasonable. Definitely reasonable. You don't put nobody in a situation like that. Reasonable.
Fair enough. Brig, what do you think?
Reasonable.
Frank?
Reasonable.
I'm not asking you guys for a vote. Does anybody have any opinion? We can do that if you want. If it's that clear cut, just give me if nobody has anything to say about it. Does everyone think that it's completely reasonable? There's nothing to discuss, or it's so apparent obvious.
The cop was literally begging him while the vehicle was in motion, actually kind of pinned. It seemed for a little bit there from the second view. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. He was begging
all
him
that for a traffic violation, expired tags,
lawful order. The guy gave him a lawful order, and he just wasn't doing it.
But keep in mind, he had a history with him too, and that's why he was asking him.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
What does the history have to do with it?
Because he outright said, I had issues with you before. That's why I'm asking you to step out.
Well, that's still a lawful order. Yeah. Especially in California, that's a lawful order.
It's probably a lawful order in most states. Go ahead, Coach. Say that again.
I was saying the officer was patient with him. He was gentle. He was constantly giving him the same demands over and over again, like baby gloves, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. I'll give you that. Miss Joe, what do you think?
As soon as the guy wouldn't get out, hit the gas, that car became a weapon. So yeah, reasonable.
Do you think it's reasonable that the officer got into the car with him? Why not just let the car go?
Well, I was wondering the same exact thing, and I kind of wonder if it got snagged or if the guy grabbed him and drug him in with him. That's like, why the hell did the cop get in that van? That kind of blows my mind a little bit.
I think it was reaction because he saw the gun and he grabbed, he tried to stop him from bringing the motion up or whatever, wherever it was. So it was probably safer for him to just hop in at that point. What do you do? I mean, you get shot. What I mean?
I would beg to differ. I would be getting away from that as fast as possible, even if it turned into a high-speed chase or something. I would be getting out of that vehicle or away from it as fast as possible.
Okay.
Well, the cop didn't want that to end up in a high-speed chase. Then innocent people could get run over, So I guess he figured I got to stop this right here,
What's he gonna do? You're gonna go get in the car with him on the high-speed pursuit? Isn't that even more dangerous to your life and other people on the street?
Everybody else, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he was maintaining a single lane of traffic as he took off from there, hit the curb, and wound up in a field.
Yeah.
Let's do a vote. Miss Joe, reasonable or unreasonable? Reasonable quick. She wouldn't even let me finish. She's quick. Coach, still reasonable?
He didn't do nothing. Not reasonable. I'm just messing with you.
I saw what you did there. Brig, reasonable or unreasonable?
Reasonable.
John, reasonable?
Yeah, reasonable.
And Frank?
Absolutely reasonable.
Boy, the first unanimous decision we have of the night. Unanimous decision, reasonable. Jason, what do you think about that one?
Just a public service message. Don't smoke a shit ton of dope. get in the van with no front plate, drive down a road next to maybe somebody you have a restraining order against, and when the officer asks you to do something, you deny it, pull the officer in, drive forward, grab for a gun. Yeah, completely reasonable. Dude's an idiot.
I think you missed something, Jay. I'm not sure.
I probably missed a little bit there, but
Yeah, you missed the part where you tell the cop, don't get in a running vehicle. Don't hold on to it. Don't try to get into it. Just chase
well,
it.
that thing too. Yeah, but yeah, just that's my public service announcement.
My public service announcement to police out there: when the vehicle starts to take off, move your hands and let it go. Get in your car and chase them. You're more likely to catch them, apprehend them, and survive that than you are hanging on to the vehicle as it drives away.
Joe, out of curiosity, was the vehicle running or did he start it?
It was running.
It was running.
That's the only thing that was weird. I'm like, why didn't you tell him to turn it off?
Yeah, really.
You know, you'd be surprised how little that's actually done. Most of the time, you ask somebody to step out, they do it. Most of the time, you say, you got warrants, I'm going to take you to jail. They don't fight you. I mean, that's in the vast majority of stops. But with that, folks, we are coming to the end. I want to again thank you guys for spending your Friday evening with us. Both my producers and Bruce Wayne, the forgotten producer. He's the forgotten, like the lost platoon. It's lost producer Bruce Wayne. We've got to introduce him once again at the top of the show. And that's Big Ron's problem, because Big Ron's supposed to introduce him. But Bruce does a whole lot of stuff that you guys don't see. All the comments you see floating across the screen, Bruce taking care of that. If you guys, we didn't have many tonight except for me. Connection or disconnection issues, Bruce takes care of that. So he's definitely maybe not as vocal member of the crew, but definitely not lesser in any way. But guys, we have an after party for you jurors. I'll put it into the group DM on X. But we encourage you guys to come into the after party. A lot of our viewers will be there, and they'll ask you questions about why you came to whatever decision that you came with tonight, or they'll usually come up with their own opinions on things. But it's fun. It's interesting. We encourage everyone to come to the grand jury after party on X. And with that, we're going to close out the show. Give us 20 minutes and we'll kick the space up and we'll keep the party going there. And in the after party, we can get a little more looser and have maybe a little better debate about some of these, because I think there's some things to debate on these cases tonight. But thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you in the after party.
An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.